I'm at the Toy Pit in Indianapolis, Indiana. This is the place where I got my Robin Hood Sherwood Forest playset. I had to go to the thrift store and buy a whole new luggage just to be able to get it on the airplane. I have the kid with me today. So hopefully we can find something cool to take home to California today. If not, one thing I do know for sure is that we're gonna see some awesome vintage toys here at the Toy Pit. 30 now with the vintage Star Wars section. Here we have a couple of 12-inch action figures, Darth Vader and Chewbacca, and a whole bunch of vehicles right here. That Troop Transport 1 is a big vehicle that I still need to pick up for my own collection. Next up we have G.I. Joes, a line I appreciate a lot, but definitely am intimidated because of the amount of vehicles and figures there are in this line. A little bit later on we'll see all the figures they have here at this location. We are in Indiana, so here's a Pacers basketball hoop. Definitely looks like a lot of fun. And then a couple of pinballs. My son is checking out the turtle pinball right there. Godzilla T2, some awesome ones. They were not working, so I'm not sure if those are for customers or they're actually trying to sell them. But here you got a cool overview of the wrestling section, and then some of the aisles down there. Lots of cool showcases there, full of vintage toys. Here we got the wrestling section. They got figures from the 80s, 90s to present. They got a great selection of wrestling figures here, that's for sure. LJN figures are definitely one of the toy lines I have not gotten into yet when it comes to wrestling toys. It's very hard to find those in great condition, but this is one I do collect here. This is the Hasbro's, WWF Hasbro's. Actually, while filming, I missed that Shawn Michaels there behind Hulk Hogan. I actually need that one for my collection, and sometimes when you're recording you miss a lot of stuff. There goes that Ultimate Warrior we recently picked up online for pretty cheap. Here's another showcase full of Transformers and transforming toys. Kenner Superpowers on top with the awesome Hall of Justice. It's a great piece to add to your Kenner Superpowers collection. Mask is one of the new toy lines I've been slowly getting into. It's a very awesome toy line with the cool vehicles that transform into like weaponized vehicles, which is awesome. And then they got the little tiny figures that go to them as well. Got a couple of Thundercats and some vintage Transformers here, which I've not yet got into Transformers yet, but I do want to. I want to probably get Optimus Prime first before I get any of the other ones. But GoBots are one of the Transformer toys I have gone into lately, and I'm definitely going to be looking out for some here at the Toy Pit. There's that cool collector's GoBots case that I'm going to have to pick up one of these days. It's very awesome. And then here we have just an insane amount of G.I. Joe figures. They just keep going and going and going, guys. There's so many of them. Like I said, I am intimidated by picking up G.I. Joes because, man, when does it stop? They got so many versions of each character as well. But they're awesome, and I do appreciate them as well. Maybe one of these days I'll get lucky and find some good price Joes, like a big old lot for cheap. These actually right here aren't that bad. Quick Kick for only 15 bucks. Very cool. There's a couple of Mortal Kombat ones that thrown in as well. There you got Scorpion there up front. They also have Street Fighter G.I. Joes, which are the only ones I do collect. One of the toy lines I'm trying to finish is Star Wars, and unfortunately here they had nothing that I needed. I only need a handful of the last 17 figures and then I'm done. I forgot to ask about this weird Donatello pillow, which is very cool. A little dirty in the back, but that could be easily cleaned up. And here's the rest of the turtle toys. Just a whole bunch of modern stuff. I even saw some Power Ranger stuff thrown in there as well. You got some vintage loose figures. Nothing that I needed, but this wind-up shredder right there, that's a cool one. I actually don't have that one, but very cool. You always gotta have turtles, man. There's so many turtles figures. And then, of course, the eyepiece, no pun intended, the Technodrome. Killer Bee right there. There goes that rock and roll bus. That one's a cool one, definitely on the want list. Pizza thrower in the box is always cool to see. And they have a whole bunch of figures, a bunch of loose figures here. You can see they're just stacked up on top of each other, and then a couple of vintage ones as well on card. It's like a turtle graveyard, guys. Awesome. You gotta love it. Cool to see some Boglins in the box. I definitely remember those when I was a kid. And then a whole bunch of Mighty Max. I know Mighty Max is big among toy collectors, especially the ones that grew up in the 90s. So it was cool to see Mighty Max. And then a whole bunch of just random loose figures and baggies here. You could spend quite a bit of time here searching through all these bags, but you never know what you're going to find. I'm sure there's some good stuff hidden in there. And then dinosaur lovers, this is like your section right here. You got Beast of the Mesozoic, I believe these are called. And also you got some Jurassic Park toys here as well, from all kinds of different eras. Jurassic World, Lost World, Jurassic Park. So very cool. I know that we have a couple of Jurassic Park collectors here on the channel. Goes that T-Rex in the back. Was that the young T-Rex, I believe? Yeah, but lots of dinosaurs. I definitely want that command center though. I don't collect Jurassic Park, but I would definitely like to have that playset. And then more carded figures here. Just a bunch of stuff from the 90s. You got Gargoyles, Predator. I even saw some Lost World stuff here. Coneheads. Anyone looking for Coneheads figures that had like the whole line here, which is cool. Definitely a movie I remember watching when I was a teenager. Here we got some of the more Transformer toys, even Power Rangers. That Nintendo Power sign is cool up there. Just a whole bunch of high-end stuff on the top shelf. Toy Pit, awesome place. Out of the Toy Pit, as always, I found something awesome to take home to the collection. This is an awesome store. Definitely check it out if you're in Indianapolis. Let's get to the pickups.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
The Toy Pit is an awesome store in Indianapolis, Indiana. Every time I'm there, I gotta try to make it a point to stop by at least once, because I always find something cool to take home to the collection. And when I'm out traveling, doing toy hunting during my travels, I tend to impulse buy more, more than usual. If you smell what I'm cooking. And what you smell is The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Yes, this was my impulse buy of the Toy Pit visit. This guy was only $10. We had seen him earlier on in the video, and he was just sitting there on the floor in the wrestling section. So on the way out to go pay at the register, we kind of went through, my son and I went through the wrestling section and kind of just bent down and grabbed him. This guy was too cool to leave behind. He's pretty big, probably, I don't know, like 12 inches tall. I'm pretty sure he makes sounds because he has like this little speaker thing here. More than likely the battery is dead, but hopefully I could get that opened up. You need one of those little tiny screwdrivers and maybe put a battery in and see how it works. There's no buttons on here anywhere that I can see, so maybe it's like a motion kind of activation sound. I don't know. If anyone has this one, let me know. Let me know what he says. I believe there's a John Cena in the series as well. But very cool to add this guy to the collection. I was a big Rock fan. Who wasn't, man? In the Attitude Era, man, this dude killed it. The mic skills are unparalleled, man. He just was awesome. He had so many funny bits. Crazy. The Rock. You guys know I've been slowly getting into GoBots. And today I found a few more to add to the collection. These actually on card, and what's cool about these, that they're Wendy's, little Wendy's premiums, I believe. They got the Wendy's logo here, so that's cool. So I guess in the mid 80s, these were in the kids meals, I'm guessing. So it's pretty cool. So this guy is Beamer. His name is Beamer. This guy is Guide Star, and then we got Breeze. So these are very cool. They're on card. This guy's like a helicopter, a Renegade robot helicopter. And then in the back, it tells you how to build them. I mean, GoBots are pretty simple to transform from vehicle to robot mode. You usually just flip the head up and wheels pop out. No, but they're very simple compared to Transformers. Like this guy, he has one. Check it out. That's how simple he is. He's just one. He's like a spaceship. You just push him down, flip him like this, and he's a spaceship. Pop him out, turn him around. This is like, you can't get any simpler than this right here. And then Beamer, he's a Guardian Robot sports car. Same thing with him. You just pop him up, pull his hands out. That's it. So Breeze is actually one of the more complicated ones, especially for these guys. But these are cool little carded figures. I mean, these were like, they're kids meal toys. Now this is a cool kids meal toy right here. Some carded GoBots by Tonka. So very cool. I'm a GoBots collector, guys.
From a restaurant near you, Wendy's presents a Mighty GoBot offer for your kids.
GoBots, GoBots.
Mighty GoBots have come to Wendy's. 6 special edition GoBots, 99 cents each with any purchase.
GoBots, GoBots. Mighty robots.
6 robots disguised as mighty vehicles. Your kids can pretend they're from Gobotron, but you can only get them at Wendy's. A different GoBot each week, 99 cents each.
My pickup of the day is a vintage Star Wars figure. I started collecting this line once I kind of hit a roadblock on the 3 3/4 inch Star Wars figures. You can't see them, they're up there. You get to that point where, man, all you got left are the really expensive figures. So you kind of pause it and then you see what else you can collect on the line. So that happened to me, and I went to the 12-inch vintage figure line. So I've been picking up those here and there, and I already have Han Solo, but I needed his buddy and his partner in crime, Chewbacca, and that's what I picked up today at the Toy Pit.
From Kenner's Star Wars collection, each sold separately. Large-sized Darth Vader with his lightsaber. Princess Leia, champion of the rebel cause. With her defender, Luke Skywalker. You can swing him into action on his grappling hook. And load Chewbacca's laser crossbow. Star Wars large-size action figures. Up to 15 inches tall and ready for action. Large-size Darth Vader, Chewbacca, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, each sold separately from Kenner.
So this was my pickup of the day. I've been looking for a Chewbacca, but I wanted a complete one, with his bandolier, this little sack, and his weapon. Most of the time you see this guy, he's naked, he doesn't have his gun. or his little strap right there, his bandolier. So it was cool they had this guy complete. It's awesome. Glad to have this guy to the collection. I'm loving this 12-inch line. I believe the only one that, I don't know how many I got left. I know I want Obi-Wan Kenobi, gotta have Obi-Wan, and Princess Leia. Princess Leia's gonna be a tough one because I want one with, I want her hair buns to be nice and neat most of the time, especially get them open, loose, her hair's all jacked up. But those are the only two I kind of want to get and then stop from there. I know there's a Jawa. There's a Jawa who, I don't know, he could be kind of hard, especially with all his weapons complete. And then IG-88, he is the expensive one, a few $100 for him. So I don't know if I'm gonna pick those up unless I can find good deals on them, but we'll see. But if I can get Obi-Wan Kenobi and Princess Leia, I'll be happy because I have Darth Vader, 3PO, R2, Luke, Han Solo, and Boba Fett. So kind of like the main characters. So Jawa is really like whatever, but they are cool though, right? But yeah, glad to add this guy to the collection from 1978, Chewbacca, and he's way taller than the other one, so he's maybe about 14 inches. I don't know, I haven't measured, but he's taller. Of course, they are pretty good in scale, so he is taller than Han Solo. But glad to add this guy to the 12-inch vintage Star Wars collection. Chewbacca. I can't do it, guys. I try. I've never been able to do the Chewbacca voice. Another great visit to the Toy Pit in Indianapolis. Awesome store. If you guys are in the area, you definitely have to stop by. The store is huge. They have a big selection of vintage, modern. They even have vinyl records, vintage t-shirts. They got a lot of stuff there, man. It's an awesome store. Their new location is ginormous compared to their last one, and they have those nice glass display cases all the way around the store, which is a whole bunch of cool vintage toys, man. It's an awesome store. If you've ever been there, you know what I'm talking about. And if you have, let me know down in the comments below. What did you pick up when you were there at the Toy Pit? What did you see in the video that you would have picked up for yourself, for you guys who have never been there? I know there was a lot of stuff, man. I wish I could have brought home so much more things, but when you're traveling, space is always an issue, and then money too, right? Because all the cool stuff is pricey. But yeah, last time I was there, I had to buy a whole new luggage because I picked up the Robin Hood Sherwood Forest playset. But it was an awesome pickup, and I got a great deal. And yeah, all the guys that work there at the store are cool dudes, and so yeah, definitely give them a visit, give them a follow on Instagram at the Toy Pit. They do a lot of like in-store signings too of like celebrities, wrestlers, and you know, people in pop culture. So it's an awesome place. But thanks again, everybody, for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not yet to keep up with all the toy hunting adventures. And also, you can go back and check out all the past toy hunts that you have missed. Lots of great ones that I've been to. Lots of cool stores I've visited and pickups. And we're not done yet, guys. We're keep on going. More toy hunts to come in the future. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. I'm SoCal Shaolin. I am out.